Hi everyone, I'm Jessica Nelson. I'm honored to be here and a part of this special day to celebrate Ashton and Jackson's wedding. I've been friends with Ashton for 10 years. Throughout the 10 years, we've grown together, laughed together, cried together, and have always been there for each other. I remember the day I met Ashton. It was her birthday party in 2010. I wasn't even invited, let me add, but I was dragged over there to the Benning house by my brother. He was going to say happy birthday to her and told me I had to tag along since he was supposed to be in charge of me that night. Because of that, I view mine and Ashton's friendship as destiny. We share countless memories and ones that I will cherish for the rest of my life. One memory that sticks out to me is when Asher, her cousin Skylar, our friend Carly, and me decided to go to Waterama in Glenwood. Ironically, this is when her and Jackson had just started talking. Anyways, we all decided I'd be sober cat for the night, and it couldn't have been more of a wreck. I started drinking on the ride to Waterama, which is an hour drive. I remember we had to make a pee stop 10 minutes before reaching Alexandria, and once we made it to Glenwood, we met up with some friends at a hotel as they continued to drink for another hour. At this point, Ashton was already feeling it. I knew it because she sat on my lap, leaned back, and whispered in my ear, "Jess, I'm so drunk." Right after I received this information, we decided it was time to actually go to the festivities. All I could think was, here we go, because I know how Asher gets when she drinks. Johnny Holmes was performing that year, and I was excited to see him because everyone had been raving about how good he was. But I never got the chance to even see Johnny Holmes perform that night. Ashton somehow got a 21 band, even though she's only 20 at the time, and continued to throw back drinks. She ended up getting blackout drunk and was doing everything in her power to avoid me because I was trying to keep her under control. And she was not having any part of that. I can't tell you how many times she would be right next to me, and the next second I looked away, she would book it, and I'd have to chase after her. She was hanging on Jackson all night, too, just to stay standing upright, although I'm certain they were holding each other up because Jackson was just as drunk. At some point, she decided too many people were taking up the porta potties, and so she went outside the fenced-in area and peed on the grass. The cops ended up spotting her with their flashlights and taking her back to the cop trailer. The cops told me I had to accompany her over there since I was the one taking care of her. When we were over there, they questioned her with typical cop questions, eventually gave her a minor, and told her she wasn't allowed back in the dance. Although she had a written paper that said she got a minor, she refused to believe that she got one. I remember her yelling out randomly throughout the night, "I did not get a minor." I eventually gave up and trying to convince her. At this point, I'm trying to round everyone up so we could get out of there, and no one was to be found. Skylar was MIA and Carly was MIA. I told Ashton to wait outside the dance for me and not to move so I could go find them. I couldn't find them in the dance, so I walked back out to check on Ashton, and she was gone, of course. Now I was looking for 3 drunk people, and come to find out, Ashton went back into the dance as if she wasn't enough trouble already. She thought it was a good idea to disobey the cops. Eventually, I got them all rounded up and safe at one of Carly's friend's house, and as we were trying to figure out a game plan, Ashton was wandering around the yard and face-planted into a trailer. Even though I had the worst time that night, Ashton was sure to call me the next day and apologize for everything. But just so everyone knows, before she apologized, her first question to me was, "Did I get a minor last night?" Ashton has the purest and sweetest heart, and Jackson is one lucky guy to have that for the rest of his life. I've seen Ashton in every relationship she's ever been in, and I have to say, I wasn't sure about Jackson at first, but I could tell after a few months of them dating, this was her guy. Thank you to Tinder for making this day happen. I couldn't be more pleased with the guy that my best friend is ending up with. You guys mesh so well and truly balance each other out. You have made Ashton the happiest I've ever seen her, and never failed to show her how much you value her. I wish you guys all the happiness in the world, and I can't wait to see what your marriage has in store for you. With that, let's raise our glass to the beautiful couple. To get the full value of joy, you must have someone to divide it with.